Laura Benedict Scott began singing at an early age. With music in the family and a supportive mother, Laura and her sister began their music careers at the age of 3 and 5 years old.
I had two uncles that were musicians and singers, and then I had on my mom's side, and then I had an aunt that was a singer, a really fabulous singer on my dad's side. She was like a child, star. And so my mom got me started early singing with my sister. She would play piano and we would sing. Well, I was 3 and she was 5 the first time we were ever on television on the Bill Riley show. And we do newcomers picnics and fairs. I made it to the Iowa State Fair in the junior competition when I was in junior high.
Laura then spent some time learning to play guitar to accompany herself, but her first professional break was just around the corner while still attending high school.
When I was a senior in high school, I auditioned for the shows at Adventureland. And I started singing at Adventureland for 3 years. First of all, started out in the Palace Theater there at Adventureland, which was kind of everything from tap to country hoedown to God Bless America section. And then the second 2 years, I was the head madam in the saloon show, which was a lot of fun.
Then it was off to college. While attending Grandview University in Des Moines, Laura spent her nights singing in the bands Transit and the Cavaliers.
Then I joined the Cavaliers, they've been inducted into the Hall of Fame years ago. That was one of my dream bands that I wanted to be in as a kid. I was actually in that band until I moved to Austin in 1985.
After receiving her degree in communications, Laura relocated to Austin, Texas to start working a real job.
And as soon as I got to Austin, I realized the music business was so huge down there that next thing I know, I quit my job and I was just singing full time, doing jingles, studio work. I did work for Disney and Mattel and joined a show band called Rotel and the Hot Tomatoes.
During this time, Laura had a residency at the Downtown Hyatt where she got to entertain the South by Southwest Festival attendees each year. But possibly the most intriguing people she entertained during her 9 years in Austin with Rotel and the Hot Tomatoes show band was none other than an American president and First Lady.
When I was in Rotel and the Hot Tomatoes, that's when we played, we were George Bush's daughter's favorite band, and so we played at the White House when he was elected president, and we played there 2 years in a row, and both the Republican conventions, and I'm a Democrat at heart, I grew up Democrat, but the Bushes were real, accepting, and we had a great time, and it was really neat to go there and see them, and you could see their faces when we'd walk down the stairs that we were like a piece of home for them there in Washington, D.C.
Though often told that country is what she does best, Laura has always been most inspired by singers of soul music.
I have an older sister, and she joined one of those Capitol record clubs, in the 70s. And her style of music, like I said, we grew up in a real small town, but she loved all the soul music. She had the Isley Brothers, Natalie Cole, Gladys Knight and the Pips.
One of Laura's favorite success stories is her daughter. She's a singer too.
My daughter, she's a singer-songwriter. Her name is Sydney Scott, and it comes from the heart for her. She writes from her heart. She's been through a lot in her life, and I'm really grateful. We both have. And it's really nice that she is putting that into music.